Hi guys, it's Mac here. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that is really important to me. It just happened on Oklahoma, this sodomy law case, something I'll read it to you. Um, on June 1st, 2014, a group of high school students were smoking marijuana and drinking in a park early in the morning. One of the students, a 16-year-old girl, had drank so much that her BAC was at .341. It's more than 4 times the legal limit. The group of friends allowed two boys to take the girl to their car. Later in the day, one of the boys dropped the girl back off at her grandma's house. When she was taken to the hospital, the DNA of the boy who dropped the girl off was found all over her body and around her mouth. When I interviewed the defendant, the boy, who at this current time is 17 or 18 years old, so he's our age, said that the girl had given consent and it was her idea to engage in oral sex. Originally, the boy was charged with first-degree rape and forcible oral sodomy, but there was not enough evidence to prove the rape ruling, and so it was dropped. Later, the charge of forcible sodomy was dropped as well because the law in Oklahoma concerning forcible sodomy does not make mention of unconsciousness or intoxication when talking about consent. And if this is ridiculous to me. Just listen to the rest. According to the law firm of Oklahoma website, rape and sodomy are two separate laws, even though they're really similar. The given definition of sodomy by the Oklahoma legislator is any person who forces another person to engage in detestable and abominable crime against nature. Originally, the rule was meant to outlaw bestiality, but it also includes oral and anal sex. Many subsets of the rule follow the main title. There's no mention of intoxication or unconsciousness in the subsets. I don't know when these rules were written, but I hate to break it to them, but this is oral and anal sex along with regular sex, I guess you'd call it. This happens between married and dating couples and people who are just doing it often. This isn't, if everybody was arrested or charged for something like this, then I'm sure that more than half their population would be in prison. This makes no sense to me. Anyway, the word sex follows oral and anal. Sex is sex, and non-consenting sex is non-consenting sex. It's rape. And the laws don't explicitly state that. It is the job of the court to step in and interpret the laws. Isn't that the first thing we learn when we take the U.S. Constitution test? Is that the judicial branch, its job is to interpret the laws they're given. The court is wrong, and CNN says that the representative of Oklahoma, Scott Biggs, is trying to make a law, an amendment to close up this loophole in the laws. There shouldn't have to be fixing here for this law. The boy's wrong here. The court is wrong here. There should be no fixing required. Yes only means yes when you're not intoxicated or unconscious. You need to be in your right mind, and both partners, both people engaging in the activity need to be consenting. And why does this outrage me? I mean, this boy, he's getting off scot-free. 98% of rapists don't spend a day in jail. 98%. And this is something that happens all the time. Every 107 seconds, another American is sexually assaulted. 1 in 6 American women is sexually assaulted within their lifetime, and 1 in 33 American men are sexually assaulted within their lifetime. That statistic is so high. And this isn't even about feminism or rights. This is about just respect for the human person, and this is not something that should be happening so often. It's just common sense. Don't do that. Why would you do that? Take a look at other state laws, because this is something that is determined on a state level. This law isn't determined on a national level. And I looked at our own, thankfully. Not thankfully, but Illinois defines sexual penetration as means any contact, however slight, between the sex organ or anus of one person and an object, or the sex organ, mouth, or anus of another person, or any intrusion, however slight, of any part of the body of one person. Like, why isn't this like this across the board? Why is Oklahoma's law so outdated? Are there other states that need this law to be fixed? What we're teaching kids and people with this case that if they do something like this, they're going to get away with it, and we're not making the changes necessary to make sure that people aren't getting away with it. And how is this a violation in the eyes of the Catholic Church? Well, rule-wise, it's a violation of the seventh commandment, which is thou shalt not commit adultery, but it violates so many other things. We believe as Catholics that we should love our neighbors as ourselves, and this is so far past that. It's so far broken. It's just it's humiliating. It's an invasion of privacy and personal, and it just breaks something within the victim that it just takes away a piece of that innocence. And this isn't even about religion. It's just about being a good person. This is just a violation of human rights. And how can we stop this? Well, first we need to teach people that this isn't right. I didn't think I would need to say this, but I guess we need to teach people common sense. And second, we need to raise awareness. You can go check out a Facebook page a friend of mine started. It's called Let's Talk. It's to raise awareness for mental health disorders, but also it's an anti-rape campaign called the Does Not Equal Yes campaign. I took part in it. A bunch of my friends took part in it. I think that it's a good campaign to take part in. Thanks for watching. Spread this message to your friends. Let them know we need to fix this. This is outrageous. It needs to be fixed right now. Thanks for listening.